What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Abe, for reals, back at it again with another restoration. And you might be wondering, it's a lot of stuff. Why is a lot of stuff on this desk right now? But because today I'm gonna do a full restoration, cleaning, paint up, all that. Sole, midsole, re-glue. I'm gonna be doing all that today. All right. And you might be wondering what pair we're gonna do. We're gonna be doing the Olympic 7's, Cardinal 7's, whatever y'all want to call them. This is a pair of my friend's shoes. Her name is Heaven. I've had these shoes for a while now. I just haven't had the right equipment in order to repair the shoe as I need to, because there's a lot. I tried before to do the midsole repaint and also clean the shoe. The shoe is way cleaner. This left shoe is way cleaner than this right shoe. And that's honestly apparent. You could probably, I don't know if it's picking up on the camera or not. I'm gonna do a close up on it so y'all can see it. But there's a lot of work to be done on this shoe. I'm gonna go ahead and give it another cleanup again. But before I clean it, I'm gonna go ahead and, y'all see this? Go ahead and do this re-glue and get this back fitting so it's not flopping around everywhere, so the shoe's not talking or anything, you know? And I'm gonna give it a full midsole repaint because I went and I stripped the paint using some acetone, which I will explain to y'all later. And also, speaking of which, in this video, I'm gonna be trying something different. I'm gonna be trying to do a voiceover because it's gonna be a long video. It's gonna be a long process that I'm gonna have to do in order to get this shoe back to where it needs to be. So I'm gonna be doing a voiceover so I can compress the video to make it as short as possible, but it's still gonna be pretty long, probably another 20-minute video, maybe a little longer. Just hopefully y'all stick into the end and y'all can see the end result of this video. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and explain to y'all what I'm gonna use and for what I'm gonna use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the shoes right here. First off, y'all already know I'm gonna clean the shoe with Rejuvenator Ultimate Sneaker Kit Solution. I'm gonna be going ahead and give the shoe a deep clean. I'm gonna put the shoe in the wash so I can go ahead and clean, so I can get deep in and clean this mesh tongue. But I'm not gonna do it immediately because I'm gonna need to do the resole, because if you put the shoe in the wash before you do the resole, it's gonna separate the sole even more from the shoe, and we really do not want that to happen. So after we give it a quick cleaning, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all. We're also gonna need some acetone or nail polish remover, as long as it has a lot of acetone in it so it can remove the paint. We're gonna be using this nail polish remover, which is 100% acetone. We're gonna be using it for removing the paint from the midsoles and stuff. I've removed some of it beforehand, but there's still some on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that as much as I can. I'm gonna remove the paint on the upper as well. And I'm also gonna be using it to remove the glue from the shoe and from the sole itself, so I can re-glue it and it'll be a proper re-glue. Also, speaking of the re-glue and stuff, we're gonna be using that Barge Infinity Cement, which you can pick up at any hardware store. I personally had to order it offline. It's not that much. It's great stuff, highly recommended. And I'm gonna be going ahead and using this to redo the shoes. Also, in that sense, with the repaint and stuff, we're gonna be using paint from AngelusDirect.com, which is personally, just as much as Rejuvenator, I love them just as much. I use their paint for every shoe customization, restoration, whatever I'm doing at the time. We're going to be using this flat black acrylic leather paint. We're also going to be using white for the uppers and some of the midsole, and then we're also, to get the proper red color that's on there, we're going to be using a mixture of magenta, and also we're going to be doing scarlet red. And I don't know if you can pick it up on this camera, but the shoe right here, it's bust. The shoelaces on this shoe are busted. You know, the tips right here are frayed and pulled off. The metallic end on here, it's gone. I went ahead and ordered some new laces from Lace Lab, and I also ordered some new aglets. I ordered some golden bullet tip aglets that I'm gonna be attaching to these white laces, so I can put them on the shoe and make the shoe just look even more, better than it already is. Also, to be applying the paint, we're gonna be using an angular brush, and we're also gonna be using angular brushes to apply the glue to the midsole. And for some parts of the shoe, as you can see on the teeth right here, it also needs a re-glue. And I'm not going to be using I'm not going to be using a paintbrush for this as much as I'm going to be using some cotton swabs for, the cotton swabs we use for ear and stuff. And also, while I'm with the acetone, I'm going to be using cotton balls to apply it to the areas that I need to apply it to. And also, when I'm doing my painting, I'm going to be using a heat gun that will make the process go a lot faster and help it dry and help the glue attach more. It's going to be easier to do everything with and make the process go a lot faster. Also, I'm going to be using some Scotch tape to tape off areas that I don't want either glue or paint to get on, because that's going to be, this is probably the most important part of the shoe restoration, getting the tape job done. Because if not, you're going to get glue and paint where you don't want it to be unless you're that steady-handed. But I'd like to think I'm pretty steady-handed, but just in case, you can never be too safe, you go and do a good taping with it. And then after the shoes are done and stuff, we're going to be going ahead and setting the paint on with this Cardinal matte finish, which I've used on other shoes before. It helps a lot. It helps the shoe you can be able to wear the shoe and the paint not scratch off. It's gonna help the shoe stay on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna go ahead and do all those steps. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it while also doing the voiceover. So y'all let me know if y'all like the voiceover or not. Comment down below, let me know how I did about that. But we'll talk about more about that at the end. All right, let's go ahead and get her done. Peace.
Alright guys, as you can see, we got some separation going on in the sole. So the first thing I have to do is warm up the sole with the heat gun and completely separate both parts of the sole away from the shoe so that I can go ahead and do a proper re-glue. And yeah guys, that's what I'm doing right now in this process, and that's what y'all are seeing. So yeah, I'll get back to y'all when we get to the next step. Alright guys, as y'all can see here, I went ahead and I've added enough heat to where I can go ahead and remove the outermost layer of the sole to the shoe. And as you can see, there's still some glue holding on the midsole to the actual shoe. So we just have to go ahead and evenly apply heat to wherever the glue, so we can melt that adhesive so then it doesn't stick to the shoe and we can go ahead and properly take the shoe off. Alright. Alright guys, now we've separated every part of the sole from the upper and we have completely melted the glue. So now what we have to do is use some acetone and some cotton balls and go ahead and remove the remaining glue on the outer sole, and you'll see I'll end up explaining it later, and we're going to do it on the midsole too. Alright guys, now we're going to take some acetone and we are going to use some cotton balls and remove the old glue that was already on the midsole, so then we can have a clean surface to work on and then cleanly attach it to the sole when it gets time to do that. Alright guys, not like we just did with the outer sole and the midsole, we're going to go ahead and get the same acetone with some cotton balls again, and also remove the glue from the upper of the shoe so then we can have it cleanly attached like I said with the other ones. Alright guys, we just got done removing all the glue from everything, so now what we're going to do is get to painting the midsole. Right now I'm using some flat white paint from Angelus Direct and an angular brush that I got from a Hobby Lobby store. And we're going to be applying a good 2 to 3 coats, and between each coat we're going to be using the heat gun to make this process go faster and help it dry faster. Alright guys, we just got done putting the white on the midsole teeth. Now what I'm going to do is mix my scarlet red, my magenta, and my flat white to get that perfect kind of burgundy-ish, reddish color that's on the Cardinal 7's. And I'm going to go ahead and evenly paint that with another angular brush that I have and evenly spread those coats on. And also, like what I did with the white, I will be using the heat gun in between coats so it can dry faster and make this process go a lot faster. All right, guys, we just got done doing the white and the reddish, kind of burgundy-ish to the teeth of the shoe, of the midsole. Now for the main part, we're gonna go ahead and clean it up with some black leather paint that I also got from Angelus. And we're gonna be using the same angular brush I used for the white, and we're just gonna be covering it up and doing the same process as we did with each layer of paint. Heat gun, coat of paint, heat gun, coat of paint. All right, guys, we just got done with the whole repaint of the midsole. Now we're going to be using Krylon Crystal Clear finisher to give the sole that glossy finish that it has originally. All right, we just got done with the midsole. We're completely done with the midsole for now. And now we're going to take care of the upper, and we're going to be using some flat white paint like we did for the midsole, but this time we're going to be repainting the whole upper to give it that nice clean white feel. All right, we just got done applying the flat white paint. This time we're going to use the same Krylon finisher, except this one's going to be a matte finish, and we're going to go ahead and give that upper that nice white matte finish that it originally also had to make it give it that new resale look. All right, guys, we're done completely painting the shoe, and now comes the fun part, and we get to reattach all pieces of the sole to the upper of the shoe. First, we're going to be using Barge Infinity Cement, and first we're going to have to layer a good even coat on both the outer sole and the midsole on both sides to get it nice and evenly attached. But before we glue it, we're going to go ahead and set the coat, and then we're going to let it cure for a good 5 to 7 minutes. And then after that, we're going to come back with the heat gun, as y'all will see right after this. We're going to come back with the heat gun, remelt the glue, and then go ahead and clamp it together for a bit and make sure it gets that nice, good All right, we just added the glue, so now we have to reheat it and go ahead and clamp the outer sole to the midsole and align it right and make sure it's a good fit. All right, we just attached both parts of the midsole and the outer sole together. Now it's time to attach both of those parts to the upper and completely finish this restoration. All right, we're gonna be using the same Barge Infinity cement, and as y'all will see, as I'm using the brush that comes with the glue, I will end up switching over to a smaller brush so I don't miss certain parts of the shoe and make sure that it's completely covered and get every part that needs to be glued. All right, now that we added the glue to both the midsole and the upper, now we just got to reheat it. We let it dry for a little bit, so now we got to reheat it, make sure it's nice and sticky, and then go ahead and I'll show you what to do in the next clip. All right, guys, now that we just heated up the midsole and the upper, we can go ahead and clamp them together. Well, first we gotta align them right, and then we can go ahead and stick them together and go ahead and finish up this restoration.
Alright, what's up guys? As you can see, I'm wrapping this thing up. I went ahead and finished that left shoe, and as y'all can see, I think I did pretty good. Hopefully the camera is picking it up. Hopefully the lighting's not too good in here, but you know, hopefully it's picking it up well enough. And you know, I think I did pretty good on this one, to be honest. I think I outdid myself. As you can see, hopefully it picks it up, and as y'all can see, it's night and day, clear as can be. The shoe, I think I did pretty well, but you know, this was my first sole re-glue, which I did feel like I did all right. I can do better, but you know, for the first one, I do think I did pretty good. As y'all can see, this shoe was having a conversation with my other shoes, trying to see how their day was going, but you know, went ahead and shut that thing up. It's looking good. As y'all saw in the little clip, I realized it was misaligned at first. I don't know if it was, I think it was this side now that I'm thinking on it. It was either this side or this side. But I went ahead and took the bottom sole out and then just redid that process. And it's looking really good right now. It's on there. It's on there. This is where this shoe's wearable now. I went ahead and repainted the upper too. The upper looks super clean now. It was brand new. Laces help out a lot. But yeah, guys, one thing I didn't do that I told y'all I was going to, but I couldn't really do it, was the aglets. As y'all can see, on this one it's the metallic one. On this one it's just a regular one. I did buy the gold ones, and I was going to put those on there, but I couldn't because it's not thick enough. And when I put it on there, it was just space, and it just wouldn't look clean. And I just thought it'd be better left without the aglet than with it. But yeah, you know, it happens. It's okay. Hopefully you like this. If you're not subscribed, Heaven, this is a reason to subscribe. For for her and anybody else that's looking. But yeah, pretty much everything I use, I will link their websites down in the description. So basically, Rejuvenator, Angela's Direct, and Lace Lab for the laces. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot their link down in the description. So if y'all wondering where to get it, it's gonna be down there in the description. And yeah, y'all leave a comment, and subscribe for me if y'all like this type of video. Let me know how the voiceover was, if y'all liked it, if y'all want me to go back to just explaining stuff while I'm doing it. Y'all just let me know. But yeah, pretty much, thanks guys for watching, and hope y'all tune in on my next video. Peace.